I think I'm having a manic episode. I hope I'm having a manic episode. I've always wanted a manic episode. The creativity, the energy, it's great. Okay, now, I don't think I've ever actually had a manic episode, but let's record me now and see whether we think that this is a manic episode. Okay, so it's all about patternicity, right? Sometimes manics, what happens is they see patterns and signs where there aren't any. Speaking of signs, that's me. I'm just standing this way though, so that you don't have the sun in the background. Okay, so as none of you know, except for the people watching this, so therefore all of you, I have considered inviting I'm considering inviting someone out here to join me. Someone that I dated in the past, and it was an ugly ending. Long story short, she didn't check the boxes for me for being my future partner, but I loved being around her and I loved being with her. And I told her she didn't check the boxes for me, and I told her, so we're done. But then she moved to Paris to be with me, and then so then we spent all of our time together. But I kept telling her, but you don't check the boxes, so we're not gonna be able to go there. So what do you want to do? Should we just stop talking? She was like, no. And then a year later, she says that I was actually manipulating her and emotionally abusing her and all that, which is why I went on my journey. Huda. Okay. So, perfect person to invite out here, of course. No, but seriously. And now the reason that I want to invite her out here is because this is a life that we had talked about having together. Well, we never actually even talked about it because I don't think we ever really considered it possible. But we did plan to live together and to live around the world together, but it was always in an apartment. But our favorite movie together, not separately but together, was Captain Fantastic, which is with Viggo Mortensen, and he lives in the woods with his family. Okay. So I decided that because I've been writing so much poetry lately, and a lot of it has been about her, I decided I'm going to send her a few of the poems that I've written about her in a letter. Okay. But first I wanted to talk to my best friend about it. No. Okay. On Friday, April 17th, I'm chilling. I'm thinking I'm going to send this letter next week. I was going to send a series of letters actually, but I'm going to send them next week, which means in 2 days from right now, okay? And 5 days from then, or whatever, okay. So it's Friday, and I get an email from the headquarters of this animal shelter that I had emailed a month ago to ask whether they would even consider giving a dog to a homeless person. Of course, lots of us out here have dogs, but they've got this idea that they would rather a dog be spoiled inside than ever risk missing a meal outside and being free. Okay. So I asked whether they would even consider it, and they don't respond for a month, and then they respond on that day. Seems kind of weird. It's kind of like God saying, hey, this whole thing about Zoe, is it real? Or do you just want company? If you just want company, look, I might be able to hook you up with a dog. And that was exciting news, of course, because I want a dog either way. But anyway, then an hour later, Amos, the people who come around and check on us, they come by, and they come, two of them that I know come by. They bring about a third person. Oh, she's cute. I saw her last week. Didn't talk to her, but here she is at my camp. Incidentally, I've just been watching a reality French TV show, so I feel the most confident speaking French that I felt in probably like a year, right? Because think about it. Over the last year, I haven't worked. I haven't had friends. I've just been in my apartment, talking to my family and my best friend all in English. Everything in my life has been in English, except for when I had to interact with like my building administration, or when I have to interact with these people. It's always a struggle. But recently I watched The Circle Netflix, and now it just pours out of me, the language. Okay. So incidentally, I'm actually speaking confidently and so on, rather than like an idiot, when there's this cute woman here who helps out the homeless. Oh, wait, what do you do? Oh, you study psychology, or you're a psychologist? I can't remember which. Oh. It's funny, I studied neuroscience. She goes, oh, okay, well, I'll be at and I was like, how's your English? She was like, good. And I was like, okay, well, I'll be at the tells me she'll be at the distribution on Monday at noon, which is when they have the food distribution, so I can come by and we can chat about it. It's kind of like God went, all right, now are you sure it's not just a woman that you want? If it's not just the dog that you need or company, maybe if I just throw a pretty woman your way, you'll take the bait. Maybe it isn't really about Zoe. Mind you, I haven't met a cute woman in some time. Certainly not since I've been out here. The only woman I saw, no, two. I saw two dog walkers. That's it. That's the extent of my interaction. I knew nothing about them. I just saw they were cute. That's it. And now all of a sudden on this Friday, you bring me this woman who of course will have no interest in me because, but still, are you not trying to tempt me, God? Okay. So then on Saturday, I chat with my best friend about everything. About sending these letters. And I find out that Zoe is still in Paris. So I started feeling all kinds of anxiety because now this could actually be real. It was just a fantasy before. I thought maybe she was in Hungary. She wouldn't even really be able to come out here. It was just, But now it's like, well, if she's still a nanny, then she might be just confined with kids that the parents don't need help taking care of, which is kind of a nightmare situation because the parents are like, oh God, we have to pay you because you are here, but we don't really need your help all that much because we're not allowed to leave home anyway. And then she's there with screaming kids all the time. That's if she's a nanny, but she may be a bartender now. And then in that case, she's probably having trouble paying rent, and she's stuck at home. So there's that on the one hand. But then on the other hand, maybe she's still here because she has a really happy life, a boyfriend, and all this stuff. So yeah, a lot of anxiety because it might actually happen, and then also I might actually get rejected. Either way, though, that'd be cool. If I get rejected, that's fine because at least it would have been like one last good thing I did for her. She wanted me for a year and a half, and I kept telling her, no, you're not good enough for me. Or you're not what I'm looking for, but which, of course, when you say that, what the people hear is, you're not good enough for me. And then I come back to her groveling, and she gets to say, no, I don't want you now. So that'll be really great. So it's pretty much a win-win. Either she comes out here, and it's amazing, because now I've changed the boxes. I don't need a professional genius anymore. I just want someone who I'm happy with. And we were so happy, which is why we were together. We spent so much time together for so long. Okay. So a lot of anxiety. And I'm no longer patient or anything, so I create the email address. Captain Ben Cash. Ben Cash is the main character's name in Captain Fantastic. So the email address is captbencash@gmail.com, and I put the name is Ben Cash. Okay. So I've taken my phone off of airplane mode to create this email address. I see I've gotten a message on WhatsApp from a friend. I go to that message, it's a link to an Instagram video. I click on the link to the Instagram video, watch it. I go to my Instagram notifications. No intermediate steps. What do I see in my Instagram notifications? I've got a new follower. Captain Fantastic. What? Oh, no. Makes sense because I remember when I created the Google account, they asked me whether I mind getting personalized ads and stuff. So that's what's happening. I created Captain Ben Cash email address. Google knows Captain Ben Cash is Captain Fantastic. So there's some account that they've just sold this to that's following me. Okay. That sucks, Google, but all right, whatever. I clicked on the account. Hold on, I know this guy. This is probably the only mutual friend that my best friend and I, who just told me that Zoe's in Paris, and who I just got off the phone with, have. I met him in a class, and I met her in a class, and she met him in a class, because we all went to the same school. and he chose the username Captain Fantastic and decided to follow me, and for that to be my most recent notification when I open my notifications after having created this account with the same username in order to... What? No, that doesn't mean... No, what's going on, right? Okay. So I send an email immediately. There's no more waiting until Wednesday, because it's Saturday night and the signs are clear. God asked me whether I'd rather just a dog. God asked me whether I'd rather flirt with another woman. I make the account because, nope, I'm committing to Zoe. And he goes, okay, you got it. What? Okay. Now it's Monday. I'm recording this video on Monday. I decided not to go to the food distribution. I have been eating very little over the past couple of days. It's sometimes just good for the mind. And also I've got food here, and so I don't need any more food right now. So I'm reading. And I was in my tent for a while. That's not relevant. So I'm sitting out here, I'm reading. And I read this sentence. And by the way, it wasn't until I was telling someone about this that I even paid attention to what the sentence said. All I paid attention to when I first read it was the name. It's page 88, okay? Hail Hitler. Ugh, I should not have said that. But this is also about, that's funny, it's on page 88, which is, so 8 is the 8th letter of the alphabet, HH, so a lot of like Nazis or neo-Nazis will wear the number 88 on their skin as a tattoo. They will have tattooed the number 88. And this book is about somebody who is about a Jew in Israel whose family had fled to Israel from France because of the Nazis. Anyway, so in the middle of page 88, okay? So right there where it says he, if you can read backwards, right where I'm pointing with my glasses, he, okay? He formed an intense, private, possibly romantic relationship with a new student named Dahlia Ravikovitch. Oh, fuck. A new student. Hold on, I'm not recreating my reaction right now. I'm also realizing not only does it talk about romance, not only does it talk about Dahlia, but also she's a psychology student. This is a psychology program at Hebrew University. Hold on, you're gonna talk to me about a romantic relationship with a psychology student named Dahlia, right now when it's probably about the time that I'm supposed to be talking to Dahlia, a psychology student that God is tempting me to have a romantic relationship with? Is that what you're telling me? What time is it anyway? Because it's probably right about this time that I'm supposed to be interacting with her. Let me check the time. So I check the time. What time is it? Well, the distribution is at 12. So if I want to get minimally contaminated food and beverage, got to be there at 12, and also if I want to maximize my time talking to Dahlia. But I decide not to go. What time is it right now? 12:12. I literally, no. I'm not telling you that, like, literally, I see the name Dahlia, I go, wow. Wait, I'm supposed to be talking to... I look at my phone, 12:12. What? The fuck are you talking about? 12:12. He's like, yeah, this is very much the time. Yeah, look, drawing connections. What? So I journal about this. And my mother, she sends me a message at 12:24. She asks me, I receive it as I'm finishing my journal entry. She says to me, I was dreaming about you. How are you? I tell her 12 minutes ago, at 12:12, I got a sign from God. So then I include a screenshot of this interaction into the entry. Because now, God wakes her up 12 minutes later to message me? After my 12:12 thing, which is 12 minutes after the time when I'm at 12, when I'm supposed to be talking to the psychology student that I'm reading about? Like, literally what? Not literally, because it's not the same Dahlia, which is what makes it even more amazing, I think. So, okay. Hang on. Okay. I include this screenshot in my journal. What's my battery at? 12%. I didn't wait for it to get down from 13%. I didn't even see it ever at 13%. Of course, that is how the mind works. My mind did see it at 13%, but only alerted me when it saw it at 12%. But I can tell you this. When I took the screenshot of the message, 12%. When I started recording to explain all this to my little sister, it was still at 12%. While I'm talking about it being at 12%. Okay. Well, I mean, that's obvious, but I'm saying it stayed at 12%, and my phone dies very quickly. Okay. What's Zoe's favorite number? Does anybody remember? Anybody remember what Zoe's... Anybody out here? Does anybody remember what Zoe's favorite number is? Sorry, are you guessing? Yeah? 12? 12? Huh. Why is it 12? Is it because, like, the birthdays of everybody in her family sort of revolve around the number 12? Is it because her birth month is half of 12 and her birthday is twice 12? And her birth year, the last 2 digits is 8 times 12? Is it because her mother's birthday is like in December or it's the 12th of something? I don't remember. Hold on, what? I mean, No. I've lost any ability to even make this video right now as I review these facts. What? 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 But her favorite number is 12. I even had made it my bank pin in honor of her at one point. My bank pin was 1212. They make you change your bank pin a lot out here, so it didn't say that for long, but... Is that not God saying, are you sure you don't want to get a hot piece of that Dahlia? Are you sure you're just going to sit here and wait for the response from... By the way, and Zoe's real name starts with a D? Are you not going to wait for a response about the dog? You know, dog, Dahlia. But what I really want is Doey. Doey, rather than Zoe, I'm calling her because her real name starts with a D. And then, of course, Doey, D-O-E, is a female deer. Probably the sexiest animal, frankly, if we're being honest, for females. Tell me I'm manic. Tell me how the chances of these things aren't incredible and the timing isn't incredible. You better be convincing, though, because my heart is compelled. The signs to me are so clear. So don't talk about general how the mind can see patterns where there weren't any, because I'm very aware of that. You better tell me how these patterns are not actually there. That of course I checked the time. That of course I read that sentence at 12:12 because blank. Or it's just a coincidence, and of course that would happen. You know, coincidences happen. And tell me how it's not... I mean, you wouldn't be able to, because nobody knows enough about probabilities to be able to say the chances of these things happening over the past few days. I mean, are you shitting me? Captain Fantastic is at the top of my notifications. I read a sentence about about a romantic relationship with a psychology student named Dahlia. 12 minutes after, at 12 p.m., I'm supposed to have started my conversation with a psychology student named Dahlia, whom I might be interested in. Where I get a response from a dog shelter a month after having contacted them. But the day before, I end up actually sending a message. Okay, maybe that influenced my sending the message. Unlikely. I had started this process of talking to my best friend before that. Yes, a few days before that. Okay, no. So those could have a causal relationship, which means that it's not fate or anything. But, I mean, I'm sure you're convinced, especially if you believe in God and shit. You know, I mean, then you have to be absolutely, well, no, because it's not like you're logical. It's amazing when special things happen to you and you tell people about it. They're never as sort of compelled as you are. I don't know whether it's sort of some skepticism about whether these details actually happen the way that I'm saying that they happen, or whether it's just like, for them, coincidence happened. But then once it happens to you, you're totally, you start speaking in tongues. All right, so I had no conclusion to that video. I didn't conclude it. So we'll use this opportunity as a conclusion, but it's also to update you with an additional what I call sparkle. And these signs, I refer to them as sparkles, but that's a whole nother story. So after I finished editing the video, I set it to export, and that's on this phone, right? This is my iPhone 8 Plus, which I use for videos and to edit videos and stuff. Anyway, so I set my phone to export the video as to save the video file, and I put on the charger and I checked my other phone, right? My phone that was on 12%, the one that, oh my God, unbelievable. And now it's at what? What is it at now? 5 times 12, it's at 60%. This is what I picked it up at. Come on, before it turns to 59, asshole. Oh, it's not backwards, so you can read that. It's backwards to me right now, but... So you can read that. Anyway, 60%, okay. So I put my phone on at 12%, pick it up at 60%. Didn't notice that, just noticing it now. Well, noticed it a few seconds ago, I guess, when I started talking about it. Anyway, but what do I see that I've received? An email again from the shelter, and I wasn't clear in my previous video. So I had sent, hold on, let me tell you exactly. Oh, so it wasn't, okay. So I sent my original email, not a month ago. I sent my original email on the 28th of March. No 12. So then they take 2 weeks to respond to me, and they say, sorry about the tardiness, okay? And they respond on Friday, okay? It's a response from headquarters saying to contact the specific shelter. So I go to the website, but the shelter says, don't email us. We're getting all these emails. Don't email us. Just go fill out this form to try to apply for adoption. I'm thinking, okay, I don't even want to apply yet. I just want to find out whether you would even consider it. But anyway, so I fill it out. It's like 12,000 questions. I fill it out, send it in. Anyway, so at 1:36, okay, 13:36, 36 is 3 times 12. I get an email which looks like it's sent to everybody. Because it says, Dear Animal Friends, thank you for having submitted my thing. So it has thank you in bold there, okay? Merci. Okay, it has thank you in bold there. And then what's the next thing in bold? Is my only question. And that's why I thought the email was for me, and I'm realizing it is not. It says, can my candidature be refused? Why are other people asking this? I know I'm asking this because none of the questions, I couldn't even answer the questions, honestly. It was like, are you retired? Are you looking for work? Are you working? Are you a stay-at-home parent? Which one? And I'm like, none. So anyway, and they answered my major question at 1:36, which was 11 minutes ago. Damn. It's still only 11 minutes ago, waiting for it to turn to 12 minutes. But no, signs are greater than intention. Anyway, so can my candidature be refused? No. Now it's 12 minutes ago. They sent me this email. Anyway, so clearly, I hope that she sees it the same way. Hopefully, she and I will be making a video soon to show you about our life together, or the start of our life together and the challenges that we expect to face. Or maybe she's going to tell me to go fuck myself. Either case, the signs were clear that I am meant to reach out to her. And also there are some signs about Dahlia, but I'm ignoring those signs because I think they're tricks and tests. The only signs I believe in are the ones for Zoe. No, that's not true, because I believe in the other signs. I just believe that they are not meant to support a possible potential affair with Dahlia, an potential histoire with Dahlia. The focus is Zoe. So, yeah, all right. So I just wanted to add that, and you'll hear soon. Or it's just gonna be me out here, and I'll figure out something else to fixate on, such as just the future, I guess. Of course, who knows how much I've romanticized Zoe. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is I'm clearly supposed to ask Zoe to come out here. And I did. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you know.